Number 5. Kabul, Afghanistan. This is a rather obvious entry, but Kabul, Afghanistan, is not really a place that travelers and tourists are going to want to visit, at least for the foreseeable future. The city and nation are still embroiled in the post-9/11 war on terror, with the Taliban and U.S. forces duking it out across the countryside. Add to that the growth of ISIS, along with tensions in Iran, and Afghanistan is pretty much scratched off the list of must-see places. Number 4. San Salvador, El Salvador. A relatively short trip from the dangers of Honduras is San Salvador, the largest city in the small nation of El Salvador. El Salvador is notorious for spawning one of the most violent and feared gangs in the entire world, MS-13. Because of the city's gang problem, many refugees have headed north in search of relief from the violence and poverty gripping the country. The drug war hasn't done this country any favors, and the effects of the Contra operations in the 1980s still haunt the region as well. Number 3. Cape Town, South Africa. It has not just shark attacks that should have you on edge in Cape Town. Crime is a real problem in this South African city, with a lot of the blame being placed at the feet of the South African government. Gang fighting is one of the main reasons Cape Town has become the most dangerous city in Africa. Though Cape Town has its scary parts, tourist areas, thankfully, are typically out of harm's way. Number 2. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Don't be fooled by the glitz and glamour of the World Cup and Olympic Games that are set for Rio next year. The city is in trouble. Despite the fact that Rio is attracting big-time events, the seedy underbelly of violence and despair is still very much on display, and it can lead to some real danger for travelers. Tips for staying safe include passing on any drugs offered, staying sober, and not showing off your gadgets, including smartphones and tablets. Number 1. San Pedro Sula. San Pedro Sula, located in the northern part of Honduras, was the most violent and dangerous city on Earth, per the rankings. The city, called the murder capital of the world, has been beset by violence stemming from the drug trade, and numerous gangs fighting for power.